Okay, I'm not fantastic at reading, so hopefully this will work a little bit, but I wrote this essay about Alexandria Pierce. So, Alexandria Pierce, more commonly known as HRH Collection, is an egregious online personality who gained popularity from shocking videos where she records herself, often in her car, yelling about topics that she feels negatively about. These topics have included non-binary individuals, fat people, and other people's relationship with food. She is known mostly for her commentary on fatness and weight, spouting harmful rhetoric such as providing weight loss tips that are synonymous with disordered eating. It is arguably clear that she herself is struggling with an eating disorder, as her mindset reflects those that have struggled with restrictive eating disorders such as anorexia. Psychology and nutrition experts online have either directly disagreed with her or have research or publications that go against her advice, but she will scream into a camera that if your dying is 10 calorie jello, it's string beans, as if she knows better. It's intensely disappointing to watch the progress of body positivity and neutrality go down the drain due to people reigniting this obsession of anti-woke or edgelord culture. Because HRH Collection scandalously verbalizes the negative feelings people often have about their own bodies, her fans look to her as an icon and a figure to look up to. They no longer wish to better themselves, their lives, or the communities around them. Another very possible amplifier for her success is the romanticization of mental illness. It seems in recent years that the youth are not only self-diagnosing with very complex disorders such as BPD, which one is very rarely clinically diagnosable before the age of 25. This applies to all aspects of mental health. They see a public figure whose entire online presence is dependent on propagating disordered eating, identifying with the negative emotions she has about her body, and because there is such a quirkiness, trendiness, and desirability associated with mental illness and poor mental health, they latch onto her as an entrance to this trend. With enough emotional intelligence, it becomes easy to recognize how undesirable her mindset is, regardless of the problematic trendiness of mental illness or the repeated rise of edgelord content. I would wake up in the morning, I could feel my bones, and I love that. This is not a healthy sentence. The humor in her saying, "There is something wrong with your brain," when disagreeing with her on the topic of weight loss and food cannot be explained. It seems hypocritical for everyone to feign concern over Eugenia Cooney, who, quite frankly, does not have nearly as foul of a discography of actively broadcasting disordered eating tips, if at all, while praising HRH Collection for exactly that. Yet again, we see a significant disparity in treatment due to the physical appearance of a woman. Had she been as thin as Eugenia Cooney, her fanbase would not nearly be as large, and the acceptance of her content would be almost non-existent. A little point I would like to add here, she also complained about the difference of treatment due to women's bodies being different. She said that if Trisha Paytas had been skinnier, because she's been banned on Instagram and stuff a lot, and she says that there's no reason for her to get banned and stuff because her content isn't necessarily against rules or bannable. But Trisha Paytas hasn't been banned. I don't know if that's true or not, but she said that Trisha Paytas hasn't been banned, and if she wasn't fat, then she would have been banned. Well, if you were any skinnier, people would not be praising you. If you want to complain about it in regards to Trisha Paytas, you can accept the brunt of that as well. The secondhand embarrassment of her going on a podcast or interview and rambling about how she feels so fat next to the host and how she doesn't like how she looks when she stands up when she's supposed to be leaving is indescribable. She has complained about wearing masks and staying indoors during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was an unpleasant time for everyone. The highlight of this piece of content was likely to discuss the detrimental economic effects on small businesses, but she manages to twist this very important point of discussion into a much less productive conversation that includes a great deal of misinformation. Remember when the masses agreed that regardless of how uncomfortable or inconvenient masks were, it was better to protect the community around us than to prioritize facial acne? What happened to that? It shows the hive mentality people have online. This applies to many other fan bases as well, but as a creator who did not have any talents that brought her to her fame other than anger and screaming, the internet did not have to let her rise to this level of stardom. Celebrities often have fan bases that will die on every possible hill for them, even when they are in the wrong. HRH Collection has a fan base that will die on every possible hill for her because she is consistently in the wrong. She said in that very video that she doesn't have much respect for experts, and yet the people are still on her side for what reason? Because she's demonstrated time and time again how entitled she is to place her own convenience over the lives and safety and, since this is in the USA, the financial stability of everyone else around her. She is the cunt slay boots girly pop version of red-pilled content, and it's so pathetic to see how many people are falling for it. It's easy to jump the gun and hyperbolically say that HRH Collection takes the worst stance on every possible issue. She is against government-covered necessities such as healthcare and states that there is no such thing as a free lunch. It has been proven many times over that right-winged Americans are incapable of recognizing that there are other developed countries on Earth. Other developed countries that honestly mostly see the US as an impostor of a developed country given the borderline apocalyptic state and inability to separate religion from law. To prioritize costs for an extra Birkin bag or a second Range Rover over the nutrition of a child or the life or wellness of any given person appears nothing less of selfish. To refer to the Black Lives Matter movement as a Marxist communist riot reflects the lack of nuance, critical thinking, or even common sense. Nobody should be taking advice on weight loss or politics from a person who lacks those three things to such a bafflingly concerning level. Why should I sit back and reflect on anything? Maybe because systematic racism requires an uncomfortable level of self-reflection in order to make any sort of progress. Do you seriously think you're less racist than the Black Lives Matter protesters just because you didn't see color? None of your people saw color. That's why you turned a blind eye to covert racism that would have been easily clockable had you cared just a little bit. She is known as HRH Collection due to her jewelry brand. Interesting reviews can be found scattered on the internet, but a noteworthy detail is that on the Better Business Bureau, HRH Collection received a total of 22 negative reviews and 1 positive. The reviews have been taken down, but they were very lengthy and detailed. Even out of the reviews that still remain up to date, many are negative. Reading through some of those now, they say, horrible quality, she gets all of her stuff from AliExpress and Amazon, it's the biggest scam, I feel so heartbroken because I watch her videos religiously and now I'm ashamed of myself for falling into the trap of her line. Spent well over $400 on her pieces and 2 of them were even Mother's Day presents and birthday gift for my boyfriend. You are better off flushing $70 down the toilet than buying a bracelet from this company. I bought the Sugar Star bracelet and it broke within a month. The company didn't even answer my email asking for a replacement or discount coupon for another item. I didn't even ask for a return. So disappointing. Bought a necklace for $155 and the chain is thin, cheap, and definitely not gold-filled as it has that gross metal smell fresh out the box. The stone star is thin and roughly carved. Snagged a shirt of mine. Found out her claims of designed and handmade by me is a farce. She is just an overpriced dropshipper. I had the same necklace break twice in different places each time. Also, another necklace I bought that was gold-filled turned silver shortly after purchasing. What a waste of over $200 for some cheap jewelry. Scam artists out there selling metal plates, jewelry claiming it's gold. So I ordered a pair of earrings for over $200 under the impression that they were real gold as stated in the description. I've worn these maybe 4 to 5 times and they've already tarnished and broken on me, seriously. I watched her videos religiously and wanted to support her, but spending $200 on earrings that only lasted a few wears is too much. I bought one chain bracelet and it was like $100 with shipping and it's so cheaply made and way too big. The measurement was not right. And then I found a TikTok showing she doesn't even make the jewelry. She just says she makes the designs herself. So she buys charms in bulk and puts them on a chain she just buys. I mean, a good business for her, but she is scamming people with her prices, unfortunately. Without previous knowledge on this website, it is difficult to determine the reliability of Better Business Bureau as a source for reviews. Unlike a rating on Google Maps for restaurants, there is no straightforward way to post a review on the jewelry. When searching for reviews on HRH Collection, one is directed to review sites with negative overall ratings all around. Given the common agreement on review sites and the negative reviews scattered on the internet, it is safe to assume the quality of the jewelry is likely subpar. 100% a scam. She's buying Alibaba, Etsy, multiple sources jewelry and reselling it. You can legitimately get the identical jewelry pieces she's selling for $50 to $100 plus for less than $5 to $20 on other sites. Just do a reverse image search on the close-ups of the pieces and you'll find their source. Took 3 weeks to ship. Length of chain and size is not accurate to website description. Very disappointing. Usually if something takes that long to ship, especially like if you're in the US, like obviously I expect everything to take 3 weeks to ship. But if you're in the US and something takes 3 weeks to ship, that usually means it's drop shipped from like China. Do not buy from the seller. The gold price tag on the jewelry is a scam. Skin turns green and it tarnishes so fast. It's a gold price for copper jewelry. In comparison, a gold piece of jewelry I ordered from an Etsy seller for similar prices, which I've had a similar length of time, is genuine gold plate, no tarnishing or green skin. Husband bought jewelry from here for me and I wish he'd seen these reviews before purchasing. We've since been on TikTok and found a page that exposes her handmade jewelry that is actually cheap pieces bought from somewhere else she upmarks. One piece was roughly £5 from somewhere else, and this company charges 100 plus euros. My bad. No, that's literally pounds. I don't know how to read my dollar signs. I'm honestly flabbergasted they're still up and selling when it's a blatant scam. Scam jewelry cost $60 to $200 and they all turned my skin green and caused a rash. Cheap from China and fake. You could buy real silver and gold-plated handmade jewelry for way less money and it won't dye your skin or cause you to have an allergic reaction. HRH Collection is passionate about becoming a mother and has strong opinions about motherhood which go against the grain for those who have decided to embrace a more nurturing parenting strategy. She says she would be a tiger mum, is against gentle parenting and that children should be seen and not heard. This is ironic as that is what many men have been saying for generations about women, and yet here she is. HRH Collection has also been very vocal about her disdain for non-binary individuals, often referring to them as they them rats. She has stated time and time again that there is only men and women, despite the majority of experts having already discovered for years that gender is not what the conservatives think it to be. Channels such as Candace Owens and PragerU, conservative political commentators, have made videos endorsing the statements HRH Collection puts out. This, in and of itself, should speak volumes. There are some out there who ponder the question, how does HRH Collection not get cancelled? This question arises because her fans will often be those who consider themselves to be morally upstanding and tolerant or accepting of minorities and those that face systematic oppression. I believe she avoids getting cancelled because, firstly, cancel culture does not truly exist. There are many times where public personalities face a lot of backlash for small or large offences, but they never truly fizzle out. They never truly get a punishment so significant that they cannot continue to have a career in the public eye. Jeffree Star has returned to make content after the exposure of his racist past and rape and sexual assault of multiple men. James Charles still has millions of followers online and has released new makeup. Shane Dawson has occasionally made appearances in his partner's videos. Secondly, it is because her audience is not made up of people that care about her broadcasting harmful, disordered eating. They do not care that she believes children should not be respected. They do not care that she does not believe that fat people should be respected. They do not care that she believes that gender non-conforming individuals should not be respected. They do not care that she views the Black Lives Matter protest as a communist riot and therefore disgusting. They do not care that she produces overpriced, cheaply made jewelry to sell and market as high-end. They do not care that she ignored and criticized COVID safety guidelines, which the magazines were upset with many other creators for. She is the female version of male podcasters that turn our thoughtful, well-meaning men into red-pilled content consumers. She is just as blatant as they are. We see young women fall for her anyway due to a lack of critical thinking. They see her throw tantrums, which they view as funny, and therefore she deserves a platform in their eyes. To the people commenting something along the lines of, I'm left-wing, but I love her content and I find her funny, you are not the dignified person you think you are. You are using these morals to hide behind because you do not want to be criticized for not caring about issues like racism or homophobia or misogyny. We have likely all had damaging experiences in regards to our bodies, even more so for AFAB and femme-presenting people. Always go to a nutritionist or doctor for these topics, not an influencer who prioritizes aesthetics over health. 1,000 calories of Oreos and 1,000 calories of broccoli are not the same thing. Always go to a psychologist if you are finding yourself to have too many overlaps with her way of thinking. Non-binary individuals are valid and backed up by many different branches of science. Fat people deserve respect. As the online masses, a self-imposed responsibility to think critically when consuming content can really help with cases like this and prevent them from happening in the future. I think that's what we owe to the people around us, regardless of how fat they are.
While we're on the subject, I know you guys are gonna literally crap your damn pants over this. You're going to sit in the corner and crap your damn pants. Anyway, I would not vote for a woman for president. No, I would not. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Women are irritating to me. You're annoying. And yes, I'm a woman, so I can say what the fuck I want to say about this on the damn subject. You're just I don't respect your authority. You're irritating. I would not vote for a woman for president.
The Middle East is an armpit, okay? It is. I don't give a shit.
Little they them pieces of woke shit. I think I'm so compassionate. Look how compassionate I am. Psychotic fucking woke psychos, complete and total psychos who don't want to work, who want free money, who are they them pieces of shit, communist little fucking, I don't even know, insanity. They them piece of shit, you're out. You already know that. My roommate is a green-haired liberal. Oh, she also goes by they them pronouns. Okay, no. If you want to hear my opinion on they thems, as you know, you can go on my Twitter. I told my roommate and they left. So you're saying they? So you're saying they, so you're an idiot too. Why are you saying they? It's either he or she. What the fuck are you doing? Dumb. I told my roommate and they left for a few days. It's he or she, okay? Shut the fuck up. They came back again with a they. You're as dumb as they are. I cannot with this clown world sleeping in a mask. They them. Okay. They them piece of shit. Okay, stop.